Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be a lot more calm this game, or this video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a middle of the night recording. What do you know?
Yeah. Well, it might as well have been. You got enough sleep for it. But what time is it, Carter? Tell me what time it is.
It's like 4 o'clock.
It's 4:14. How many minutes ago did you get up?
Okay. Well, I was up earlier. I was up pretty early, and then I went back and just got a little rest. That's all. We're fine. Anyways.
Was that the Canucks? Was that a Canucks COVID alert right there?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it said Pierre LeBrun reported 14 players on the
Anyways,
Canucks. But yeah, so Ducks. Yeah.
Episode 2.
Thanks. Episode 2. And if you watch the show, definitely go check these videos out.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really liking this series.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said before, all of the child actors do well.
They're really good.
Well. Don't get me wrong, I'm no film connoisseur or anything, where it's like, it must be done a certain way. But for shows anyway. But it's pretty enjoyable. The mother is cringy. But I think they're making it purposely at this point.
Yeah, I think
it's not like she's trying to be some unspoken motherfucker.
It still doesn't feel great.
We just got over a minute. Okay, keep going.
It still doesn't feel great. However, this episode, you kind of feel like it's more intentional, as opposed to last episode where it felt. I guess maybe just we haven't seen her character before. It felt almost a little forced.
Mm-hmm. It felt like a reused narrative.
Yeah, like I said, it almost looked like she was trying too hard. But this episode, yeah, good episode.
Yeah,
honestly,
it was a lot solid. Of it makes sense.
Now we still don't like that team name, and
they got jerseys now, so it feels like we're kind of stuck in the hole.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was talking with a buddy of mine about this, and he pointed out something actually very interesting. Where it's like, Disney, with this new series, they could have made so much money off merchandise. Think about it. They could have, if they made a really solid team name with some sick jerseys, they could have sold those. They could have sold Ducks jerseys. They could then also
still sell Ducks jerseys. Honestly, the way we look at it,
but they could also do that with the original ones. It would be really.
Do they get a profit? Do they get a certain amount of the profits for Anaheim, for the Anaheim Ducks? I feel like they would, right?
With Anaheim, whenever Anaheim uses the logo?
Yeah, I
wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like there's a royalty check
I wouldn't be surprised
somewhere.
if there's a royalty for when maybe they bought the team. Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, it's interesting, because, again, so we found out they were going to play the Cardinals first game, and I said, this will be fun, because it's funny. Per the course of pretty much every Mighty Ducks movie, they get their asses kicked. Let's not get, the game is the last part of this episode. Let's stick to a couple other things. So Gordon Bombay is amazing, and I love Gordon Bombay because there's something amazing about watching a grown man just taking the absolute piss out of every single human being around him while knowing you're watching a Disney product that is just so amazing. He's an absolute fucking asshole, and it's like, I love you. You are amazing. He's just sleeping in the community center, which is true Gordon.
And it's funny because, the way I kind of view him at this point is he's kind of the counterweight. He's kind of the counterweight because they have all this positivity and, let's go play hockey, let's go have fun, and then he's just sitting there being like, yeah, that's a fucking stupid idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's kind of the counterweight in that sense.
The thing is, I would agree with that. I would say, though, so a couple of things we liked. Actually, one thing that stood out to us, I don't know how your guys' Lost and Found works. At our arena that's right next to us, it's just a fucking bin.
Yeah.
Now, maybe that just says a lot about who can afford hockey equipment in the area and how it's very easily accessible.
Yeah.
But it's not locked down. Okay, there's a couple of things that just bug me, minor things. So first off, why is there a vault for hockey equipment?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys should have donated some of it to charity if it's been there for a while. Also,
no, but they're the villains.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
So main character, what's his name again? Evan?
Yeah, Evan.
So Evan says he lost his stick, and the stick's in the Lost and Found. Did he not think to check there?
Yeah.
That's the first spot I would have went. I would have checked the dressing room that I was in, and then the lost and found. Like, the next day.
Yeah.
Idiot.
That's what the lost and found is for.
It's okay, so, like, there's like, the lost and found scene where the mom decides that they don't have enough proper equipment.
So they're gonna steal it.
Yeah, so they just steals it, which is, yeah. I don't know why.
By the way, that actually happens.
that happens all the time.
Yeah,
I know people that have got their equipment stolen while it was on their front steps, literally from the time it took them to get into the house to the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's rough. And you leave your equipment out, like, all the time, and Dad rips into you on it.
I used to.
You
I
still
used
do.
to.
You only say...
When was the last time?
I was going to say, you only say... Well, when was the last time you were playing hockey at all? That's what I was going to say. So, but yeah, no, honestly.
Who knows? But I find that also whenever people, like, if they forget a piece of equipment at home, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll just find a spare in the lost and found for a game.
Yeah, that does happen, actually.
That happens a lot, too. Like,
I
had a guy using, like, a shin pad that was, like, regular size, and one was, like so freaking tiny for a game.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, okay, so obviously, it's like, okay, so the characters they've got so far on their team, I'm fine with them. I don't hate any of them. It's weird because, like, naturally being, like, I'm trying to think of how to word this.
Pessimist? I don't know.
No, like, pessimist. There are certain characters that are just very, very more relatable for me than other characters. I would say the girl from the Mean Group that just verbally bashes the shit out of the mother. And verbally, like, to the point where it's like, that woman bought a new vest. That is funny. That is also something I can't relate. Some motherfucker goes up to me and
maybe that's
says,
why you can relate with Nick so much, because of his, like, humor.
Yes, 100%. Because Nick's humor is totally built upon the status.
I laugh at myself, so you can't laugh at me.
It's self-deprecation, I think is self-deprecating.
I thought it was self-degrading humor.
Self-degradation.
Degradation? I
Yes.
said degrading.
That is the humor that Zach can do all the time.
Whatever it's called.
Very easy. Just know your flaws.
Yeah.
No. It's funny because they do... So practices are interesting because most of them don't have equipment. And the one of the 2 or 3 guys that does have equipment can't skate. That's an issue.
Yeah.
Way to go.
The guy who, quote-unquote, has a head full of lettuce, as he would say.
Yeah, he said, I was like, blessed with these looks.
He was like, yeah, I was blessed with the lettuce, or something like that.
So the mom's coaching style... I got so upset. Do you remember this? We were watching, and I stood up to you, and I'm like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah.
Which was great, because by the end of the episode, they addressed this bullshit. There's a time and a place for off-ice. The first practice is not it! Get on the ice!
It's funny,
which they learned.
It's funny, most teams I've been on, you know what the first practice normally is? A lot of the first practice, at least when I got, not like when I was like young, but maybe once I hit like 10 years old, first practice was a lot of skating.
I can't relate. Actually, no, I can, because when players would certain have to skate a lot, I would have to take the piss and skate with them, and it was just annoying. It's like, oh great, I can't wait for all those times when I'm skating to the bench on a delayed fucking penalty.
My first year midget.
Thanks, coach.
I went to my first practice, and the first practice was almost a whole practice of back skating.
Yeah, those practices, honestly, one time...
They get them out at the start of the season, just to kind of...
One time a coach, we played terribly.
Still out of shape.
We played terribly the night before, right? And this was one of the times where we were in Grand Forks. My team was playing, and back home in Winnipeg. And so we were coming home from a trip, and Dad gets a text from the other coach, and it's like, team didn't show up at all. Zach gets the day off for practice tomorrow. And I went, oof! You guys are fucked! Because that means that there's no goalies showing up to the practice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a puckless practice.
Anyway, moving on. So, I like the fact that they robbed a lost and found. That's just kind of funny. Like, does it send a good message? No, but, like, let's be honest. How many times do you find things in the lost and found It's kind of
They
like
have a child.
fun fact. It's kind of like it's a worse rating than like finding a missing persons, and I don't mean to compare that, but it's to the point where after a certain amount of time you stop really intently trying to look, and it's less so here than with missing person where they always think there's hope. At some point you just fucking let go of the stick. You're just like, I don't give a shit about that left-handed stick that has the OV curve that looks like fucking Captain Hook. I don't care anymore. But like, so there was probably a lot of equipment there.
Why would there be an OV curve on a lefty? OV's a righty.
There could be an OV curve on any kind of stick.
I know, but they made...
Then don't say how! Anyway,
maybe
no,
they
we're
made
not
it
getting into this.
exclusive to
Moving
those
on.
players, but
So,
okay.
so the mom doing the participation trophies before a single game is played.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb, but you know what? It had the perfect answer to it. It was just like... It resulted in them getting the absolute...
It's good that they did that so that way you can then have the response and then they can kind of build the narrative, whatever it is, because it seems like she has a narrative but of like, you know, let's just go have fun, but then obviously you guys played the Cardinals. And if you guys remember how the Cardinals play...
Cardinals were the team... Okay, actually it's funny. I'm not sure if they showed both games, if there was 2 games against Cardinals in the original movie. The only game against Cardinals I remember is where the goalie would hide behind his fucking post because Fulton Reed wound up the shot, and then they passed it through. And the coach was just stone-faced until the goal went in. Like, he wasn't going to yell, hey, dickheads.
But they were
the puck.
brutal. Like, they were bruisers. And what I find interesting is that when they're at center ice, they're showing, like, the camera on all the players, but they're intentionally not showing the Cardinals. And then they show the guy swoop in to take, like, the face-off. And I look and I was like, that guy's fucking huge.
I really like...
Sure enough!
I really like the scenes that they do with hockey. And also, too, good on them for updating their type of play style than last time. Because if you go back and watch the Anaheim Ducks movies, there's been plenty of videos about this. They are some of the worst officiated games since Carey Fraser.
Yeah.
Like, oh my!
There's only one real...
There are actual murders.
There's only one real moment in the game where it kind of reminded me of that, I guess.
Is it the one where the puck goes past the guy who's my favorite character, and then the 2 Cardinals players just deck him for no reason? Because that was bad.
No, there was one point where I think it was Evan was up against the boards and one guy hit him, and just like the original movies, the second guy would come in and make the hit.
The scenes looked
Nick,
good.
Tell my mother I love her. Tell my mothers I
Tell my mothers I love them. That is a great line. It's like, I don't even remember how he worked it in, but he's like, yeah, I'm thankful for my 2 moms. And I'm like, it's not something to make fun of. It's just, you don't expect it. It's like, oh,
okay.
What a nice change in the formula. The fact that they got shit kicked, Goob being a sieve was amazing because the goalie.
Oh, the goalie.
Because in his head, it makes sense, but it's some of the best commentary about why esports does not equal sports.
Yeah.
Goob fucking freezes the entire game.
Yep.
He doesn't move. Like,
and at the end of the game, he doesn't even know what happened.
No, he just blacks out.
He's like, "Hey man, I pressed X. I don't know what happened."
What does this lead to? This is the best outcome that could have happened. So first off, Evan gets the seat. That makes sense because Evan is so invested in this team, almost to like an annoying degree more than everyone else.
And he played on the Ducks. He's easily the best hockey player they have.
Yes, but the best hockey player doesn't necessarily get captaincy.
I know, but it's not close.
Andy Green would like to have a word with you, sir. When he was the captain. Yeah. It's good because when the mother comes in and she's like, yeah, well, at least we had fun. It's not fun to get your ass kicked. They lose 9... No. What was it? Was it like 12-0? It was definitely 12-0.
It was 12-0.
Yeah, because that's like a score that they were beat, I think, in the
also,
game against the Hawks, actually, first ever game.
Also, and I think Nick was the one that pointed out, it's not even that they lost in terms of like just by goals. They were absolutely brutalized.
They got murdered. They got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
It's great. It was great.
It's glorious.
It was great. And it was funny, though, too, because, like, I understand, like, it's funny. when they do these stunts, I know that they actually get people that can play hockey. There's a really funny moment for me. It was just stupid. The Cardinals player comes in to make a great move, and he goes to go like this, and the puck just goes on the... I'm saying... Yeah. I know you're about to say something.
I was the one
it's
who
going
pointed
on
that
the
out.
ice. Carter, I laughed, and then you pointed at it, and I went, yeah, is that why I'm laughing?
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
But it's still working nowhere.
No, I was looking at that.
It was kind of like, I saw that, and I was like, yeah, it's funny. Like, they're really trying to, like, sell, like, that he did it, but...
You didn't make it.
He did screw up the move. I mean,
100.
yeah, he still scored, but, kind of screwed up still.
He
so.
picked his spot. He
To
went
be
low
fair.
on a stand-up goalie. But
It's
yeah.
not even a stand-up goalie. It's a stand-there goalie.
Mm-hmm.
A stand there.
Yeah, no, it
And then
was...
move.
No, it was a better episode for sure. There wasn't a lot of filler needed, so that was good. Like, although the first episode really, there was a lot of setup they needed to make to get to the
and then
point.
they had that scene of Bombay at the end.
Right! I forgot
With,
that.
the mom.
So, Bombay is great in this scene. Bombay is going to be great probably in every scene, I think. Until he gets overly sappy, but I don't see that happening for a little while.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is like, but I thought you should have skates. He's like, what skates? It's just fucking with her the entire time.
Of course
She's like,
it is.
what is that? He's like, these aren't skates. I don't have skates. And she's just finally, she's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done talking about it. But yeah, no. Of course it makes sense that Gordon Bombay would still skate. He owns an ice rink. Like, this is the only comparable I can think of is if people thinking that Yoda wasn't as powerful as he would be if he set up a hermit cave outside the Jedi Temple. Of course he still knew how to skate. He lives there.
Yeah.
He still has the photos of him when he played hockey.
Also, because
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, he lied to me? He was a lawyer.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
Aren't you like working like high-end crap that for some reason that subplot wasn't really explored much this episode, which I'm happy for because I don't.
Yeah, all they had
To be
do
honest,
is hang
that is the
first.
weakest subplot they have going.
Yeah.
They ruined one of the things though for us.
They have the other parent though that I guess is just a jerk for no reason.
Dickhead number 1. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, and then their poster like spoiled it for us that the Hawks player, like we could have guessed it that the Hawks, the girl on the Hawks. I keep saying Hawks. The girl on the Ducks. I miss the Hawks. The girl on the Ducks is gonna become part of his team. I'm not even calling it that. It's literally on the poster.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
on the poster on Disney Plus of like
It's right
showing
there.
Bombay and
Which-
the team. She's literally in there,
Like-
wearing like
You could have
different
waited.
equipment.
You
Yeah.
could have waited.
I don't think they kind of realized it.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's a plot that we could all see coming, so it's not too.
Oh, it's
I'm not
fine.
too upset about it. Honestly, what else is there to say about this episode?
Don't think so. I can see in that scene at the end though with Bombay that Bombay, because eventually they're gonna kind of have Bombay turn and help out. He'll still have a bit of grit, but eventually they're gonna have him turn and help out.
I like.
But you can start to kind of see it start to turn.
I
You know
like.
what I
I
mean?
like the captain telling Logan, "Why didn't you take the draw? Why didn't you win the draw?" He's like, "Well, you see, if I move my stick, I'll fall." And it's like, yeah.
a
We all
tripod.
know people that skate on the ice like that. Especially at public skating, you see that all the time, where they're just kind of skating, they're just leaning on the things, and you're just like, "Oh, guys,
There are some people.
what
that
were you
are
doing when you
skating.
were 7? Come on, let's go."
There are others who are walking next.
Get
to
on the
boards
blades.
with skates on.
Yeah. So honestly, do you think we should leave it here? A little bit shorter.
It's a bit of a longer. It's been like 19 minutes.
That's not long. That's under 20 so far.
Yeah, I guess it was a little longer.
Yeah, honestly, thank you for watching, especially if you got it this far. Yeah, no, we like this episode better than the first one, I'd say. And yeah, thank you for watching.
The first one's a startup.
Yeah, don't forget to leave a like. Comment down below your thoughts on the series so far, the episode, and pretty much anything,
It is
honestly.
exceeding expectations.
And check out some of our other videos around. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because we're trying to hit 350 by the end of the month. It's a little bit of a lofty goal, but we're hoping we can do it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our Instagram and Own Hockey Podcasts.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Quack, 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 quack. Hit the button, quack, 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 quack.